Hello, this is Randy with Break with Randy and Keith. I wanted to touch base with you one more time and tell you a story that I think you might get a kick out of, especially if you are working with young men. I spent a number of years, 30 some odd years, working with the young men of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and other churches in the scouting program of the Boy Scouts of America. I was awarded the Silver Beaver. At the time, that was a big deal. I loved scouting. I loved helping boys and leaders. It wasn't perfect, but it was a chance to help boys develop leadership skills. Now, if you've ever spent any time around more than one boy, they constantly are wanting to wrestle other boys, grapple with them. And I was contemplating that. I thought, well, maybe we ought to just let them box each other. And that sounded a little dangerous. So I came up with an idea that would be more fun than dodgeball, would probably be a little bit more difficult. We called it combat basketball. The way we worked it was that we had the boys go into a room one at a time, and we threw them a basketball and asked them to dribble it to us with their very best dribble, and would find out what their dominant hand was. Whatever their hand was, we would put an X on that hand with a big magic marker. They would go into the next room, and their dominant hand received a boxing glove. Now, I happen to know an amazing man who has since passed away 18 years ago. His name is Gene Lewis, and he was a legend here in the town I raised my children in, here in Mesa, Arizona. He ran a boxing gym and agreed to let me borrow some gloves. Sent me with a couple of boxes of gloves, and we put these on these boys. We tied them on and we taped them on. And we had them play against each other in a full court. Now, what boxing glove did was it stopped them from being able to dribble with their dominant hand. You have these boys dribbling down the court with their hand that they've never used before. These guys are not pros or college players or even high school players where they have, and these were 14 and 15-year-old boys, by the way, and they had to practice trying to keep that ball going straight, and it was difficult for them. But what they could do, because they were wearing a boxing glove, when the other boys had come to try and take the ball away, they could punch them. They had more fun doing that. We planned on doing that once a year. And I had to run that within my stake. I was in the stake young men's presidency at the time. We did it 3-4 times a year for these boys. They thought it was the funniest thing ever. It made them better friends. They didn't harm each other. And I guess what I'm trying to say is it's great to think outside the box. That was one of the times we were able to do that and be successful. And the boys still, I'm in my late 60s. And I go to Costco or Walmart, and one of those boys will see me and run up and start talking to me in front of their children with their wives, telling me how much fun they had on that activity. And it's been a number of years since I've been active in scouting. So it's kind of neat to have that reaction from these young men. So that's all I have. It's a short one, but a good one. And I hope at some point you are able to see combat basketball in action. It is hilarious, and the boys will love it. Girls, not so much, but the boys thought it was fun. And the girls got to where they wanted to come and watch it because it was very fun. Parents, the dads thought it was great. The moms didn't want to see it. But nobody got hurt, and it strengthened my relationship with Mr. Lewis. He was so generous of his time and all the things he had. And Gene Lewis was an amazing man. He opened this gym, this boxing club, so that boys could be raised and become men. He was chosen by very famous boxers to train them before Pan American Games and even professional bouts. I was very impressed that he was willing to give someone like me time. So with that, let me say goodbye, and I hope you'll like and share what you've seen. And if you have suggestions for us, please let us know. Again, I'm Randy, and I thank you for watching Brain Break. And if you can, tell your friends and family about us. Have a great day.